guys. My name is John, and you're listening to the Tech Leader Pro podcast. It is week 31 of 2024, Sunday the 4th of August. You're very welcome, guys. I hope you had a great week. I missed out on last week's episode because I was on holiday, so I'm back now. And this week I want to talk to you about why it is so important as a leader to cut through the noise. In an extremely noisy environment with lots of false signals, this is now more important than ever. The world is a confusing place, and it is your job to make sense of it, then guide your team along a safe path. When somebody says, "It's not really that simple," I believe that is a failure of communication. I really hate that expression when people say that, "It's really not that simple," and let me explain why. They have failed to take a topic right down to its first principles, its very foundation, and make it simple. The onus is on the speaker to make it simple, not on the audience. A great leader can make anything seem simple and clear because they are great communicators, and that's a skill that we all have to learn, we all have to develop, and we all have to hone over time. You cannot be a great leader without being a great communicator. It's simply not possible. Your job as a leader is to provide a clear signal, not add to the noise. It really is that simple. And this should be your mantra now. It really is that simple. Just keep on saying it. Over and over, again and again. Unnecessary complexity is obfuscation. It is always a red flag. By that I mean I am suspicious of anyone who deliberately takes a topic and tries to make it sound more complicated than it actually is. They do this because they have an agenda, they are trying to hide some facts, or they are trying to confuse and misdirect via obfuscation, otherwise known as, quote, smoke and mirrors. If you want to be a successful leader, present the facts, present them clearly, and drive conversations towards simple explanations. And avoid like the plague anybody who tries to do otherwise, and call them out over it. Don't accept obfuscation. Don't accept people blowing smoke in your eyes. It's your job as a leader to cut through the BS and get to the truth. If you as the leader present confused complexity, you will lose credibility. After all, why should anyone listen to you when you don't know either? Complexity is the enemy of clear communication. It really is that simple. So again, guys, if anybody keeps on saying to you, "It's not that simple, and here's why," and they present lots of complicated mumbo-jumbo and they're blowing smoke in your eyes, respond to them. It really is simple. Give me a simple explanation. Make it simple for me. Boil it down. And if they can't make it simple for you, and they can't make it simple indeed for anybody to understand, that's their failure to communicate. Always favour terse, direct communication over verbosity. Encourage your people to get to the point quickly. Encourage them to learn how to summarise and boil things down to basics. Drive everything via first principles, and don't accept unnecessary complication. So repeat after me, it really is that simple. So what else did I get up to this week? I've been doing a lot of work on my search engine, grepper.org. I've noticed that in some of the summaries it was starting to display some pretty ugly source code in amongst the results, so you could see CSS code and JavaScript code and so on that hadn't been stripped out correctly by the indexer actually appearing in the results, and wasn't doing any harm but didn't look very pretty. So I've been doing some work to remove that before it gets indexed. And you will see that the results now on grepper.org are starting to look a bit cleaner. I think it's very important that those little highlighted summaries under each result, it's like a preview before you click through to the result itself. I think it's important that they look clean and they look crisp. So I've been doing a lot of work on the back end to improve that, and I will continue to constantly tweak and improve the quality of the results on grepper.org. So if you're interested in trying out a new generic web search engine, please try grepper.org. It's free. I don't do any user tracking. There's no filtering. It's just something that I'm building because I wanted to use such a service, and I decided to make it public so that everybody else could use it as well. And if you have any feedback on it, let me know via X. I'm on X at TechLeaderPro, and grepper is spelled GREPPR.org. So check it out. In terms of media that I'm enjoying this week, I've got back playing Cyberpunk 2077. I'm just blown away by how beautiful this game is in terms of the aesthetics. I think the architecture of the city, the lighting across the landscapes and the buildings and the architecture is just absolutely beautiful. I find myself just stopping and staring, and I'm just ultimately just completely lost in that game. I'm a huge fan of the cyberpunk genre in general, gone all the way back to Neuromancer by William Gibson, and for me, it's the best example of cyberpunk I've ever seen captured in any media format. I also think that the industrial design is amazing, from motorbike designs to car designs to the clothing, people's augmentations, their glasses, their helmets, gloves, boots, everything about that world is just so realistic and lived in. And I just think the designers have done an absolutely marvellous job. So I'm on to Act 3, which I believe is the final act in the main game. It's taken me about maybe 30 hours to get there, but really having a ball. So if you haven't tried out Cyberpunk 2077, it's really stable now. It had a lot of problems at launch, but now it looks absolutely amazing. And if you're listening to me here on YouTube, I will include some screenshots of my recent playthrough. And if you're listening to just the audio, you'll just have to believe me that it is absolutely beautiful. It's the most visually stunning game I've ever played. So check it out. It's awesome. Oh, and do so on a PC. I'm sure it's fine on console, but PC's for the win. Okay, I will leave it there, guys. I will probably not do an episode next week because I'm going to go on another short vacation. So I might not get a chance to record next week. I'm also recording this on the new audio setup, so hopefully the audio quality has improved a little bit. I'll keep on tweaking and see how that goes. So I will leave it there. I hope you have a great week ahead, and I hope you enjoy the remainder of your weekend. Take care. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.